We'll be alright.
So what you want to talk about?
It's been a while since our last video, man. So you remember what we talked about last time?
What did we talk about?
We gotta do a little recap. Hey, I'm here with my Bengali friend. Can I say your real name?
You can call me my liege.
Do I have to do the dumb thing where I call you guest like last time? Or can I use your real name?
You can call me guest.
I really don't want to. You're Bengali, right?
I am.
And you're also American?
Supposedly.
You're American.
I never took the citizenship test.
Okay.
Apparently my parents did. Therefore, I inherited something.
Nice.
I don't know how that shit works, but yeah, apparently. Am I allowed to say shit?
Yeah, you're allowed to swear. Okay. It's fine. You know.
You're gonna get demonetized. Well, I want to make sure you get ESG funding, so I'll make sure
that's not. Don't trust me. That's not the issue. The ESG business.
This
Look, man, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to pay tribute to rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. I brought my Frieza fit today.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama.
I'm kind of feeling a little villainous. So anyway, I'm here with my bald Bengali friend. He is, in fact,
we went through this last time.
Yeah, man. So, been some new developments in the world of Street Fighter since last time. There's new characters in the game. You got Ed. He's a German dude.
Oh, he's a character?
He's German. Look, man, I'm not going to explain Ed, the character. So more importantly, the area that we discussed in Street Fighter, the Capcom Cup is over, man. The $1 million winner's been crowned. This guy named Uma.
From Taiwan? Did they basically censor him when he was talking about Taiwan is not part of China?
I mean, it's factual. He was wearing a VTuber hoodie. He plays Jury,
The feet chick.
So you are FGC. You know fighting games.
I know the feet lady.
He's fighting games. He got into it since last time.
Cammy, because of the dump truck.
No.
And then Chun-Li for the thighs.
Alrighty then.
Objectification.
Moving on. Yeah, man, so he won the $1 million prize, probably lost half of it to taxes. That's all good. This is a lot shorter than last time. We got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, hit me with the bad news.
Alright, I just want to give you the updates on the situation, man, since last time, right?
Yeah,
so, number one, look, man, Si Anik saw our video. He appreciated it. He's like, thank you so much for covering it. Sadly, I disqualified Capcom Cup X, but I'm happy to meet all the FGC friends on the name of the hotel at Los Angeles. So again, the cultural barrier thing, I'm not gonna put that part in. I'm gonna blur it out. You're allowed to. That's the thing, right? It was kind of like their gathering spot, and he put it in. Anyway, honestly, I think it's like.
But this was like after this was all over, or while this was ongoing.
No, this is like recent. This is after the event and everything. So, but look, I mean, I appreciate that he let me know.
Okay. During the tournament.
Nah, a few days after, I would say.
So I would say if it's a few days after, maybe not a big deal.
Obviously not while people are gathered there, right? You don't want to reveal their location.
Yeah, imagine some crazy person from Tekken comes over.
So yeah, he posted pictures of him with some of the well-known players and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that's like one of the commentators. You got Big Bird, top player. This guy Tokido is one of the guys. Angry Bird, the guy who won Evo.
That's his name, Angry Bird. Oh yeah, you told me.
You see the resemblance? A little bit.
Broader shoulders, bigger biceps, obviously. But besides that,
we're the same guy.
You got the same nose.
Same guy.
You're the same guy.
There's your favorite Mena RD. Okay, dímelo.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy, yeah.
Exactly.
This is the guy actually. So here's actually one that's tricky. This is the guy who replied to him like, "Hey, not only have you ruined your chances of winning, you've ruined your chances of ever participating again. Whatever." It's all good at the end of the day. I think the point is but
what he said was accurate though.
It was.
So it's like a lesson learned.
It was. He was really just trying to be like.
Usually, the feedback you get from those types of people, that type of advice, may seem harsh, but it's probably more valuable than someone who's basically just dancing around.
So that's Vicious. He's the commentator who.
Nice name, by the way.
His real name is Jeremy.
No, let's call him by.
I want to ruin it for you. So his name is Jeremy. He's a good guy and he's a good commentator. And at the end of the day. It's all good. He's no hard feelings, right? Yeah, so this is the post. He's like, incredible meeting all the awesome people from FGCs across the globe. Couldn't play in Capcom Cup X, but the travel was still totally worth it. Perhaps the greatest feeling was that so many knew me immediately without me having to introduce myself. Fighting games are great. FGC is awesome.
Yeah. So that's actually a really good thing. It's a great way to market yourself.
It's the best ending, to be honest. Could have gone a number of ways.
So hopefully, next year things go much better.
Yeah, this is before when he was on the plane. He's devastated, couldn't participate, but he's excited,
Yeah. But at the same time, this is basically it's not just a lesson for him. It's a lesson for anybody else who's considering pursuing something like that from a country that doesn't have as many opportunities.
He has a sense of
he's
class
a pioneer in
it.
that sense.
Yeah. So pioneer is a weird word because it's not what you normally think of as a pioneer, but I get what you're saying.
He's a forerunner.
it opens doors for other people from the same region.
Can I open the window a little bit more?
Of course, man. Yeah, we're in the park. My
Don't
car's
disclose the
not
location. We're in the woods.
So yeah, it was tough for a while though. It was tough. I didn't think he would actually like. I was on pins and needles waiting for him to post something like, "Oh my god, he's in the fucking plane." Dude, is he gonna actually get to talk to him? Or is he gonna waste a flight and thousands of Bengali? What's that currency again? Taka.
Yeah, taka.
He arrived late. He got to the venue. So the thing is, I don't know who gave him the location, but obviously some people there wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the competitors had no hard feelings against him, and the guy, like the commentator who was trying to give him like stern advice, no hard feelings. They invited him.
Yeah.
And the video shows it more clearly because he's just talking to Tokido. He's Japanese. He's gonna have the way to learn English, I think, from fighting games. So he could
makes
interview
sense because they
people.
only have like 2 genres there: JRPGs and fighting games.
That's not true. Stop
Yeah,
it.
it is,
It's because it's a cultural thing that affects beyond just the video game. Actually, the meeting people is more important. Yeah, man. So he arrived late. I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm so nervous. I sure hope he gets to like play or something, dude. But like, it sucks because he's doing it all through Twitter. It's so lucky that like anyone even responded and was like, yeah, we'll give him the location. Like, it's such a difficult situation to be in, like taking a flight just purely out of faith that like someone might be willing to like,
that's a good point. Yeah,
put you in on the loop, because they honestly, if they were really that pissed, they could have just been like,
he would have just been at like the airport bar.
He would have just been at the airport,
there.
bro. He would have been like, I could be playing Street Fighter right now.
Yeah.
So
but good on those guys for inviting him.
Yeah, and I don't know who did, to be honest. It's one of the players that were there. So the venue, if you look at the video, it's just a bunch of high-level players, just like a bunch of like Razer setups. They're like sponsored or something. Razer monitors. Yeah, they were just playing and like learning and stuff, talking, exchanging, networking, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he went to Elmhurst apparently. He was in New York. Yo, I'd like to play some SF6. Tag me if anyone lives nearby. I'm like, I am nearby. I had work, and I was like, so I caught work just to hang out and meet this guy online randomly. It's so weird.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I thought about it though. I was like considering, you know. I'm like, yo, he needs a friend in the country. You know what I mean? Dude. I almost went on my way to like drive or take a bus or something, dude. Someone did though. Oh yeah, and there's like comments. Hey, do you have family there? I have cousins there. What if we're related?
Of course.
You know, it's
always that, dude.
The Bengali classic.
I fucking hated that because it's just like anytime when I was a kid, I would go to class. Yeah. Beginning of school, everyone's uncomfortable. I'd always get approached by like the Bengali kids after they would find out I was Bengali. And they would always ask me, who's your mom? Who's your uncle? Who's your dad? Like, stop trying to fucking dig up my family tree, you asshole.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, I don't even know you.
You're thinking about it as a Westerner, though. Like, that's actually just like how you connect, bro.
Yeah, it is, but it's just
especially
like,
if you're
stop.
like in a
are you part of the NSA? Like, get out of here.
Stop. It's an outsider like feeling.
They're all fucking ops, bro.
That's hilarious. I mean, if I felt like an outsider, I'd be like, yo, any fellow thing that I could relate to, that'd be cool to like, you know, feel some sense of community. Dude, imagine being him in the middle of like an airport and like his first time in the States. And his English is
nothing against him. Nothing against
his English
him,
ain't the best. Like, respectfully.
But it's cool that people reached out to him and all that stuff, and they offered him.
I mean, it's tough though. He was like tweeting people like who are just there. He's like, "Yo, where's the venue, bro?" That's literally his tweet. Yeah, like he's struggling, dude. It turns out he didn't play anyone when he was there. He literally just went just for the experience of meeting people. Because he's like, I didn't bring my own fight stick. I was too embarrassed to ask anyone.
Oh, they don't use controllers?
Yeah, well, he posted somewhere he used like a custom fight stick.
Oh, custom.
Yeah, he has like a custom one, which is interesting.
No,
I don't know if it's the Pakistani Tekken custom like out of necessity, or if he just
out of necessity,
or maybe it is. I don't know. Do you think it's more like that, or do you think he just means like he customized a regular one? It's hard to say, right? If I had to
guess, it's probably
he built it in a cave with scraps.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm kidding. I don't know who would say that.
But no, that's cool.
People would have accommodated him. I do want to show you the full video. There's like an interview. So in the video, he was with the other top player who took his place. And again, no hard feelings. Like, I'm pretty sure they shook hands and everything. I want to show you the video. Yeah, so I might pause this recording just to show you the video real quick. I'll pause. Let's pause.
Hi, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Mohammed Saiful Islam. I live in Bangladesh in South Asia region.
Why? Don't laugh, but it's because the accent.
Yeah,
it's the accent. This is a tough conversation to have across languages.
Yeah. We're getting maybe 40-50 people in each location.
40-50 people
for each week.
Oh,
so it's like reviving Street Fighter scene.
That's not bad, honestly. 40-50.
40-50 is actually a lot of people, dude.
I went to local here, it was like 20. Someone in the comments in Japanese was like, I thought it was the before-after haircut. Yeah.
Before and after.
Yeah, we just watched Tokido's interview with Si Anik. You got any takeaways from the video? I have a few points I would like to ask you about, but anything that stands out to you as the Bengali in the group here?
You start.
Have you tried that fish?
No.
You haven't tried like the Bengali national dish?
I don't really like fish. Really, the
They're here for
fish.
the food, bro. This is what the fighting game community really wants to know about. You can try Hilsa fry with mustard oils and onions. Like now, I'm convinced of trying that.
If you want to, go ahead. I like how they went immediately to like food.
Yeah, that stuff matters. I've legitimately watched videos of he just goes into a U.S. supermarket and he's like, wow, the pizza is so expensive.
In a supermarket?
Yeah. A lot of people going to these events, like when I went to Evo, a lot of it, it's just tourism. We're just going to like enjoy the city.
Oh, yeah.
I went and ate at so many good restaurants there.
I gotta say, I'm really impressed. English is like a second language for both of them, and they communicated with each other like really well. I thought that was like really impressive. I basically grew up speaking English. And if I come across someone who doesn't really know how to speak English well, I'll sometimes have to like stop and process what they're saying. But these dudes were basically like on point the whole way through, and I gotta say that's really impressive.
That's the thing though. I think when you go like Europe, they default to English.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing.
As it should be.
Don't be a colonizer about it though.
I mean, you're the colonizer, bro. You're Egyptian, right?
Yeah. The Brits kind of, stole stuff from Egypt. Some would say like their museums should be, they should get like Killmonger and they're like return it. I want this to be like a quick, snappy 15 minutes. Let's cut the racist jokes, all right, buddy?
Okay.
Other things I wanted to talk about. So the custom fight stick was one of them, which we're suspecting is kind of like how Pakistan, how those players get around the limited hardware that they have available to them, and probably like importing is too cost prohibitive. Oh man, so the language thing. I like the fact that they got along together. The guy who replaced him and him. We're both in the same video. We're not pissed at each other.
Obviously, because the other dude's not from Pakistan. Otherwise, they would have been killing each other.
Like I think it transcends video games at that point. I think having stuff like this, even though it is just a video game, it actually matters. I don't know. I think it crosses cultural borders in a way that's like actually kind of effective. Strangely enough, like it gets around a lot of that like weird like political like I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's personal. Like everyone's just there because they're hanging out. They enjoy the game. And like we're in the U.S., so we just like assume everyone gets along always.
So the inventor of the Oculus, he was thinking about designing this prototype where it would basically kill the player if they died in the video game.
What? What? Where are you going with this?
Street Fighter, bring people together,
Oh man, so yeah, the FGC brings people together. People, communities, different nationalities, different countries, different religions, all together, and that's what the point of it is.
And that's I think the answer to problems like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. We gotta get you guys like some funding. Someone called BlackRock or
That's
Vanguard.
what I'm saying. They need to form like a charitable foundation for fighting games.
You guys need like lobbyists in Washington.
Did I tell you I went to a local recently, like last week or something? The hardware situation sucks. One setup, the monitor was this bootleg, super laggy thing.
Really?
It was an HP Omen monitor, in case you're wondering. Don't get HP products. The other one was Gigabyte. The other one was LG. They worked great. And I actually recognized them and I'm like, oh, those are the better ones for sure. I just knew they were going to be better, like from working at an electronics computer store. I went for Street Fighter, but like they're primarily Smash because it's, New Jersey.
It's cool though.
No, dude, these guys are cracked at the game. They're so insane. And like
they're really, really good?
Like that's what cracked means, yes. You call me the boomer. $8 per person or something. Like that's the venue fee. It's cheap.
$8 per nice.
Literally a brisket joint that was like.
Honestly, that's not bad.
If you got there early, they
were serving the brisket as well.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah. Honestly, that's really smart on the business owner.
You have to put some faith that the kids aren't going to destroy your restaurant. Like the tournament organizers have to be smart too. It was good, all things considered, but you could tell they're on a volunteer budget.
How many people were there, you think?
20 for one game, 6 for one game. There's overlap. Like I entered Smash just cause I lost 0-2. But Street Fighter, Street Fighter is weird. I did better at Evo.
Oh, who'd you lose to? Was that like a 12-year-old kid?
Nah, it's one of the TOs actually, one of the organizers. I lost to him. I'm like, yo, does this setup seem a little laggy to you? I didn't want to be rude, but like to be honest, it was super bad. Like it even said it was running at 120 hertz PlayStation performance mode or whatever, and it wasn't. That shit had like a 5 millisecond delay. It might have been 10 or something. Like, it was bad. It was so bad. And then the other setup was pretty much normal. Like, I want to donate them a monitor. You know what I mean? Like, I feel so
bad.
I feel so bad for them. Like,
don't do that.
It's just so, like, dude.
You gotta make them work for it, dude.
But, like, that's what I'm saying. There needs to be, like, a charitable foundation. Their shit's so bad. Like at the end of the day, it's local. It's a small event. You're really just there to meet people. That's why the community, it's the best, but it's so small.
You gotta start your own hedge fund. Make a crap ton of money, and then you can basically start your own community.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sponsor my own events, kind of thing. Would be
exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. If you want to like generate like money for your community, like I only know about this, the whole tournament because of you. Like you're the one telling me.
Yeah.
But I know about like upcoming tournaments for like certain esports games. Like I don't play Overwatch or nothing. You can have the best product out there, but if no one knows your product exists, no one's gonna buy it.
The thing is, you can't really participate in those events the same way.
If it's your community, like right, you're basically running your own venue, setting up tournaments and all that stuff. You gotta have like a dedicated marketing team, like social media and all that stuff.
Yeah. None of the organizers really make money consistently. A lot of it does go to players, and then there's really no margin on any of it. Like when you go to Evo and there's a booth with a bunch of shirts, it looks like a big production, and then you look at it, it's like, wait a minute. The big like brand name is like a guy that streams on Twitch. So yeah, my boy traveled to Los Angeles. Didn't play a single game this whole time. He was like itching to get his hands on a controller. He was So what I noticed when he said that, I was like, wait a minute, is he doing that modest South Asian thing
about?
Like not wanting to, he didn't want to ask like anyone to like borrow a controller. Like, hey, can I play a match? Anyone want to play? No, I don't know. I'm torn between like I feel like maybe publicly he couldn't say that. Maybe he wanted.
I don't think it's that. Maybe it could also be like he's really used to his custom controller.
It could be that too.
So he didn't want to like basically grab like some other controller. And then he goes up against somebody else. It gets trashed.
I've seen a video of him playing online now. Last time we talked, I didn't know what kind of level he was at. He's up there. He's played a player that I've heard about, a legend rank or whatever. Like, he's up there for sure. Like, we initially didn't know, really. And we were just like, oh, maybe he's a big fish in a small pond. But, like, it turns out he's pretty good from what I could tell. I think he had a real shot, like anyone else. I'm not saying better. He's not, like, the forerunner. He's not the lowest either, you know? I think we have proof of that now. So, two things we've kind of confirmed. Like, he can play online. The other things, I don't know the hardware he has, but, like, he's able to record, which is cool. He did post something about internet connection not working well after a patch, but then he posted the video of him playing, so I'm not really sure.
I wonder like what the internet connection is like what speeds.
Shadoken said he plays against players from like South Asia, China, Middle East.
Yeah, what internet speeds are available to them.
Yeah, I wonder what the speed is like. It's not really the speed though, it's just who it matches you with sometimes. If you get matched,
you like region locked?
You can set it to worldwide now, but you're less likely to get someone far away because they're just not going to have as good a connection.
Listen, dude, fighting games, that's for poor people.
But also it's the best people, so there you go.
I mean, I guess you can say poverty builds character.
I love it because they're not even beating around the bush. They're not like, oh, we're here to compete for the love of the game. They're like, yeah, I flew to LA to meet people.
I'm sick and tired of eating ramen.
I'm just trying to hang out.
Straight. I want an actual meal.
Dude, I love it because you go on Menace Twitter, he's like, yo, who knows the best food spot in New York? I'm like, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
The best food spot's going to be like some cart.
Yeah. All the non-game related stuff sometimes. That's always the best content. There was another video. One more person tried to cover it. This guy actually talked about the matches in the South Asia region. He talked to Anik, so he verified that, in fact, yes, their community does organize through Facebook. That was their main method of organization.
When I chatted with Si Anik in preparation for this video, he told me that the scene in his country is mostly online and centers around a Facebook group.
Don't forget WhatsApp.
We were joking about being WhatsApp because of course it's WhatsApp, you know what I mean?
You ever see those encryption commercials about WhatsApp?
No.
You know, the WhatsApp commercials? Like, I don't know if they're marketing to like fucking drug dealers.
They know what they're about.
Yeah. Like, I love WhatsApp's marketing
That's
team.
Hilarious. By comparison, Facebook is good. Yeah. But like Facebook is not good.
That marketing team though.
Relatively speaking, at least it makes sense. Facebook has groups. They confirmed that. So definitely yes, they're primarily Facebook based. He's posted pictures from one of these events. I think it's like affiliated with a school or something. Part of it is like there are organizations doing it that are just like, they're kind of like in our schools, like remember the gym class, they had like DDR machines.
Yeah.
It's not the norm. It's not a bad idea. It's a good like experiment.
It could also be like something that they do in, let's say, like South Korea, where
that's like an institution.
Yeah.
StarCraft is like a national sport or something.
Yeah. But what if they're like trying to get like the best players?
And that'll be what puts them in the spotlight. Red Bull sponsorship.
But anyway,
nice. I didn't even get to the bad news of this whole thing. So there was a bad part. I might be taking this too seriously. So while our boy was in LA trying to figure out, like, he was trying to find out where the venue was.
Mm-hmm. He got mugged?
No, he didn't get mugged. Luckily, it wasn't something like that. There was a dickhead in one of the comments. I think I could show you the uncensored version, but I'm not going to post the guy's name. He's like, gonna expose their personal info or nah? So this guy is still pissed about it. I'm like, okay.
I mean,
really, people are still harassing him? So then I looked into it. He is not just a random bozo. This guy, he is a former Capcom employee who worked on the game. He's in the credits. And his title was Manager, Operations and Events Esports for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
This guy personally tweeting him, I'm going to expose their info or not. So I think this is a serious thing. He doesn't work there anymore. He's a Riot Games, ironically enough, doing the same kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But he's the guy in charge of like these esports things. He's possibly one of the reasons this guy had the visa troubles and he was overlooked and all that. His way of organizing the event is ultimately what resulted in this issue. I think it's insane that he would go on and tweet directly at him like that. And I think if it was a more public situation, people might actually have much more of an issue with it.
Yeah, they probably would. But the thing is,
I think,
go ahead.
As the woke live in the group, cancel the guy.
No,
Kidding.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't go that far because, you know, it's a joke.
This guy was pissed.
It's probably a joke. It's hard to basically derive the context off like just text because you don't know the person. I don't know.
I don't know the person. So, I like, do know that in a professional context, it's insane to tweet at a competitor or player like that.
Right, but it's like...
Doesn't matter if you dox. The doxing, let your legal team handle you. To go out of your way to tweet at him like, directly, that's insane. Well, that's like, and he doesn't even work there anymore.
In his mind, he treats it as like a joke. And he just wants to keep the ball rolling, right? Because he just finds it like funny. You may not find it funny. I may not find it funny, but like I'm sure he finds it funny. And if it's just a joke,
dude, you know, this is when I was like, is this guy ever gonna get a chance to meet these people, or is he gonna be stranded in the airport for days? It was at that stage where he's like, "What, you're gonna dox him or something?"
Unless that guy's like super influential when it comes to like the esports scene.
I mean, he has another job in that position now. He's at Riot Games, has an even bigger.
I'm not trying to like excuse him or nothing. Unless he's like super influential.
He's influential though. That's the thing. Like he's just tweeting like he's buddy with some of the players and commentators. Like one of the paid commentators. I told you about Rob TV. He's just like tweeting at him like a friend or something, dude. These are like people who have higher levels of influence in the game, and he's not just giving like a professional response. He's tweeting at him directly like a dickhead, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think any other game he would for sure be canceled, dude.
Yeah. You're probably right, where if it was more public.
Look, this is LinkedIn. I'm not going to share it. You got LinkedIn. August 2023 to present, Riot Games, Senior Manager, Production Operations, Managing Director at an event agency, Head of International Esports Production for Capcom Esports, including Capcom Pro Tour, Street Fighter League, and Capcom Cup. Manage overall creative direction and broadcast strategy with a focus on growing our viewing and active playing audience through broadcast and tournament activations. He's the guy trying to get the clicks, and it's like, dude, either he has to know that it's not an okay thing to do.
It's not an okay thing to do. Like
he knows it's unprofessional.
So if he's representing a company,
he isn't right now, but you can look up his credit. He tweeted that picture of his credit in the game. I'm not the one who like pulled that up. I didn't go out of my way to dig it up. This guy tweeted it.
So here's the thing: like if he's representing a company, like I sort of look at it like this: like if you're clocked in, you're representing the company. But what if you're clocked out? You're not really representing the company more. You could be yourself. So like, when he tweets that, like like from my point of view, like unless he's actually like working for the company at that point in time, right? Like on the clock, you know, you can't really make a tweet like that. But if you're not on the clock, you know, you're your own person. You could say whatever you want. You know, that's how I look at it. Because you're not really like in a professional setting. You could be like in your home, in your PJs, watching TV. You see something, you tweet it. That's pretty much it. That's how I view it. Now, you shouldn't then use your power, whatever influence you have, to basically sideline somebody, blackball them or whatever. Right? That's something you shouldn't do. But in terms of like how he communicated, whether it may be a joke or not, I don't think he should be liable for that if he's not actually like representing a company at that time. That's how I look at it.
So that does make sense, right? Now, picture you're like someone who works at Capcom currently, and now your former employee is making your company look stupid, harassing a competitor. It's esports. Like you were talking about, you're at home in your PJs. Yeah. You can be a competitor at home in your PJs. That's what esports is.
That's your former employee. You can't like...
It's on his LinkedIn. Like he is publicly connected. He still has like his credit from the game in the game. And now he's going against it.
Just because he leaves it on LinkedIn... Sorry to interrupt.
No, I'm interrupting.
Just because he leaves his Capcom experience on his LinkedIn profile doesn't mean Capcom is then responsible for everything he does or whatever. He could say whatever the hell he wants.
He can say
it's
what he
within
wants.
His right.
Absolutely.
It's like this, where like let's say I'm working at a company, I get fired by that company, right? Anything I do after that, or I quit from that company or whatever, anything I do after that is basically on me. Like, it's not up to the company to manage me afterwards, because I'm no longer an employee of that company. They don't have any say as to what I do, and I don't really have any say as to what they want to do either. It goes both ways. He could basically say all that stuff about, like, doxing.
It was one tweet, to be real with you, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to exaggerate it, but...
Okay, so if it's just, like, the one tweet, let's say it's not a joke.
It was one tweet while the guy was vulnerable in an outside country.
Yeah.
Didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
And essentially saying, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Well, maybe, because that's how you're looking at it. I could be looking at it, I mean, I am looking at it from this lens where he's probably trying to make a joke, how many likes he'll get, or retweets, or
he
whatever.
Got 3 likes, just for the record, as of today.
But like,
which is, you know...
Maybe he gives him, like, a little chuckle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people will post dumb stuff online just for the sake of, like, making somebody else laugh. It sort of validates.
That is what it is. When you're positioned as, like, a production manager or community-related events, that is a bad look at for the company, for the property, the IP, whatever you want to call it.
But it can be. But at the same time, I'm also like, hey, like, when are you not an employee of the company? Like, do you ever get to be your own person?
It's a live service, dude. Any type of game with esports, at that point, you've made it a live service. If they're actively supporting their competition and they have, like, a standard of integrity in their competition, and the company, their direction as a whole is to try to open it worldwide, and you have a guy who used to work there who's now, like, harassing players, that reflects badly on Capcom. And Capcom, what they should do, like, instead of banning... By the way, the only ban of the whole Capcom Cup is this Bengali dude for being Bengali, essentially. There are players who have so many allegations of cheating before the cracked copy of the game before it released. The only guy to get banned is a Bengali dude. He was trying to state his case, and he messed up and included some personal info because of a language barrier, cultural differences, and stuff like that.
But let's say it's like a company policy. It opens up a can of worms. Well, somebody else might be able to make, like, a legal claim. Yeah, like, I was born here, but, like, I don't really understand, like, the company policy all too well, where I'm this ethnicity, so I don't really have the same outlook when it comes to, like, doxing. Let's say they do make an exemption for him.
Capcom has not reached out to Anik yet. They still haven't said anything, which that's the best case scenario,
but
right?
Like, that's what
they let it slide. He messed up. It's a cultural thing. They both messed up. Capcom should have accommodated him better from earlier stages.
We talked about this last time, I believe, where if he was big enough, they probably would have. But he's not big enough, so they didn't.
He's not big enough, exactly.
So
and also, this guy's job description is to, like, try to grow the reach and the activations, which is basically clicks.
Yeah, but he's not working for...
He's not working for them. He is devaluing the brand. Other companies ban former employees, take them out of the credits of their games. That is a bad look.
If they decide to do that, then there's consequences, right?
There should be professional ramifications for this, like repercussions, I should say.
So if that happens, there's consequences.
Riot Games, having hired the guy now, they should be looking at him like, wait a minute. We're doing a lot of stuff in South Asia.
Yeah.
And we got this guy on our team now, working remotely from or some shit, and he's just spouting whatever he wants to on Twitter. And, like, dude, I get it. He has a sense of humor. This is him, like, picture of him cosplaying Chun-Li or some shit. I don't know, I found tweets. They're all like him just kind of doing his own thing. There's pictures of him being at former Capcom Cups, just, like, celebrating with the team and all that. Sheesh. I don't know if any of these players were in Capcom Cup.
I don't think
most
you
of
should,
these
like, come after his
commentators came
job.
back.
Like, maybe just, like, basically tell him, like, hey, you gotta get your act together. But I don't think you should get, like, canceled, or that's, like, way too extreme.
Yeah?
Yeah. Unless he basically, like, struck him. Like, I think people are way too sensitive now.
My rationale behind it is just that, let alone, like, the prior issues with just the tone deafness of not getting that region, how things work there. There's also, on top of that, the situation he was in when he tweeted that.
Yeah.
Still tone deaf. Like, just tweeting from the comfort of your home
because, like, let's say
at a guy who's trying to find an actual, like, safe place to be at during his trip.
You're probably, like, more aware of, like, cultural differences. He may not be, because we live in America. We live in America. We're multicultural. If he's actually from...
No, I don't think he is necessarily.
Well,
Says
he could be
he's
from,
working
like, a town.
there.
Like, we live in a multicultural town. There's, like, a ton of different people here. You go to, like, the Midwest or whatever of America, it's pretty much like a monoculture, right? It could be, like, something like he basically isn't used to dealing with people from other cultures. I'd say, like, give the guy a break, but, like, if you want to talk to him and just make sure, like, he represents the company a lot better going forward. You know, he's
like, what, like,
now.
Capcom should do that? Riot should do that?
Riot, since he's working for Riot. Like, Capcom doesn't have to say anything, because it's just, like,
Capcom could just take him out of the credits of the game.
If they want to.
A lot of companies do that. It's actually a huge problem in the game industry. People do work and they don't get credit. They don't mess up. They're doing everything right, and that happens. This this guy messes up in the most esports related way imaginable, how do you not know not to do that? It's like a community manager going on the forums and just like stirring the pot. Like no one does that. Like that's against your job description.
Yeah. No,
like,
you're right about.
And you do it like an
that.
esports event. It's not just the event's done and that's it.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'd say like if anything,
especially not if you're trying to grow the community.
If there is like a repercussion, just like have a talk with them, like whoever his manager is, and just let them know like, hey, I get what you're trying to like communicate, but like communicate it a lot better. Like don't be so tone deaf. And that's it. I wouldn't take him off any credits or anything like that because I think it's a little extreme. If you want to take him off the credits, whatever. It's not the end of the world.
That's true. Maybe ban him from Capcom Cup. You know,
if you really want to.
Not gonna lie, that kind of makes sense.
If you really want to, sure, but it's just don't go after his livelihood.
You know,
at the very least.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cancel culture is a problem in a way. People talk about it all the time. I'm not the guy to talk about it because I'm, the woke lib of the group, whatever. Yeah. Woke lib. How did you describe it again? Woke lib cuck?
No, well, you're a libtard.
Okay, gotcha, whatever. That was the bad news of it. Anyway, I feel like I personally, if he can say shit like that, I'm gonna just be like, yo, what's your name? I'm not gonna say his name. Hey, eat a dick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? My guy was in the US for the first time, can barely speak English. Against all odds, he does. And you're over here shitting on him? Like, bro, he's trying to play a video game. Like, it's a competition. He's not trying to leak data.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that, but, like, I think it's mostly from, like, the context of a joke. Again, it's hard to tell if it's a joke or not.
It's the shithead type of humor, though. It's like that, like, I don't really care about the repercussions. It might affect someone's life.
Yeah.
It might hurt them in some way. I'm still going to joke about it type of stuff. In a setting where he is/was a professional.
Yeah.
You know?
If it's a shithead comment or whatever, you're probably right. But at the end of the day, do whatever you want, but just don't come after his livelihood. I think that's a little too extreme.
There's not much people can do in terms of affecting his livelihood. He has a job, bro.
Yeah, but like if people, they blow the fuck out of it, then he could lose his job. That happened to several people in like many different industries.
Esports is a small industry, man. If it's trying to grow, look, he probably serves a really important job purpose for Capcom and Riot at the moment. He probably does a lot of work, and it's like, doesn't excuse essentially trying to isolate a dude from a foreign culture just because he doesn't get how you do things. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's messed up. Just don't tweet it respectfully. Like, you're a project manager. You know a lot of stuff I don't know. But that's one area, like, just be better, I think it just boils down to be better. Originally, it was be better Capcom, like, accommodate players. Now it's be better this guy, former Capcom.
It's alright, man.
I can imagine though, like, in the future in Riot Games, a similar situation happening. Some Bengali dude qualifies for like, Project L, 2X KO, whatever, the new fighting game, and he's still the guy in charge. This shit's gonna happen again.
It could. I think the odds are pretty low.
No, dude. Whatever free-to-play fighting game, assuming it catches on over there. As far as I know, Riot Games are very popular in Asia, different parts of South Asia. This could very well happen again, and this guy, not at the helm. I really don't know if he probably is at the helm in a way, but there's probably other people who do this stuff too. He's like some kind of manager, like holy shit.
I know where you're coming from. I got it.
I'm already like, we still don't actually have a real verdict on Anik. So far it seems like he's fine. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's like, yeah, they're starting to shit on me. Can you like retaliate and just like ban him?
You sort of have to like ignore some like the trolls and stuff like that. What are you gonna do? Like try to like attack everybody who says like a mean comment? That's not feasible. And on top of that, you sort of have to let people say what they want to say, as fucked up as it may be.
I'll be honest, I'm not trying to go after his livelihood. I want to embarrass this kid.
If you want to, but at the same time, like freedom of speech and all that. So
yeah,
it's just like,
freedom to embarrass someone for being stupid.
If that's what you want to do, sure. At the end of the day, I think it's just like a comment. Realistically speaking, I don't think it directly affected his chances of actually qualifying
it hasn't,
or coming to the US or anything like that.
Very well could be he was the one in the background who was just, against him being there.
Yeah.
He could have been the guy who could okay the travel arrangements for him or something.
I guess. Maybe. But then again, I don't think he's dealing with like the esports scene for like
He's
Capcom
probably not
anymore.
dealing with the nitty gritty, but he's in the same scene. Like, I'm assuming that since they hired him on, like, 8 months or something? Presumably it's for the new game. It could be for the old game. I don't know why they need a new project lead for the old game. I'm not following their scene. But yeah, they could be trying to very well putting him in the same position for a new game. It looks like that to me. That's my educate guess. I don't really know for sure. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, man. So thanks for staying with me again.
Of course, man. Of course.
Thanks for being my Token Bengali guy again.
Token? I don't know about Token.
Yeah, man. I need your take on these important, cultural related topics.
I would get like an actual Bengali guy.
Like yourself, right? You said you were born there.
I was born there, but like culturally,
you're American. That's perfect. That's
perfect. I would probably get somebody.
That's how we bridge the gap. You're the bridge right now.
I guess.
You're a bridge.
I guess. If you really want, like, someone who could strongly relate to him, get somebody maybe immigrated here, like, in their teens or something like that.
You think that makes a difference? I'll take your word for it, man, but...
Because I never went to school there. I rarely visit there. The last time I even went there was basically...
You said, like, 2010 or something?
2012.
With the whole Vicks Vapor Rub incident. And the cop taking the Vicks Vapor Rub as a bribe. Watch the last one. It was in the last one.
It's not that interesting. It's whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think I'm ever going to go back there, like, ever.
It is what it is, man. Like, I don't have plans to visit Egypt. I'm going to be honest, you're the best we've got.
Sure.
You're the best we've got. You're the only one who's ever starred in a video about this video game.
Thanks, man. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. I know we got places to go, and it's still sunny out. I don't want to waste your entire day being in a sweaty car with a nerd recording on his shitty new iPhone 13 mini refurbished.
It was a shitty phone, you're right.
Hopefully better quality. I got this mic. I'm
glad you admitted it.
Brought the real mic, just like I said I would. I got the better camera quality, better looking dude this time. Got the hat. You know, I don't know. Any final words? I don't have a bit where I pretend to give you a shirt like last time, so.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on the show. You can have this cool Dragon Ball hat.
Lice-covered hat, fucking freezer trucker hat.
So we're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna chill out for a bit because, you know, I've been angry in a car talking about video games.
So angry.
The real message is racism bad. Meet a Bengali person. Talk to a real Bengali human being. Stop shitting on him on Twitter.
You don't have to do any of that. It's not worth it. Go do something else. Go outside. Go paint. Go
draw. Do that too. But if you do come across the opportunity,
Netflix and chill. What?
Not me. No, I don't do that with you. What? Yeah,
man. End of the video.
End the video. Cut.
Yeah.
All right, cut. Said it would make you. That was good. Do it again.
No. You look like a 30-year-old dad who games.
Pull up the thumbnail. You wanted to look at the thumbnail for the old one, right? Yeah, man. Because you didn't. I showed you like an early version. Just check out the thumbnail, please. Please do. I need to get your honest reaction. Yeah, let's see how you feel about the thumbnail. That's the one. How you feel about it?
It's okay.
It's okay?
But I would probably put your face. It's just like...
How you feel about the featuring special guest part?
That's okay.
It's goofy. It's good. It's good.
The fucking face says his band.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
It is, yeah.
It's okay. You know what? Fuck it.
I was hoping you'd get a laugh out of it. It's the clickbaitiest shit that no one actually will get baited by. It's like